through all through all through all through all through all through all our research. Before we do, I did want to, as people filter into the show, I did want to rant on one topic that came across the news wire within the last 12 hours that just is another sign that the sports world is losing its collective minds, and But Fumble Sports needs to bring some sanity. Bob Huggins, a few months ago, went on a local radio show in West Virginia and went on a homophobic tirade. Whether you like Bob Huggins, whether you're disgusted, look, and he had no business being the head coach of West Virginia basketball after the fact. However, because of his relationship with donors, alumni, and what he means to West Virginia University, he got a slap on the wrist. He got $1 million fine, suspended for a handful of games that really don't matter in the college basketball season, and Bob Huggins just went along his way, being the terrible human being that he has proven to be time after time. Being the terrible human being that he has proven to be time after time. But once again, Bob Huggins just couldn't leave well enough alone, couldn't leave his homophobic slurs on the radio as kind of the big stain of his 2023. No, what does he do now? He gets a DUI. Huggy Bear once again gets a DUI. This isn't the first time, probably won't be the last. But for me, this is the last straw. If you're a fan of West Virginia basketball, if you're an alum of West Virginia, or if you just consider yourself a fan of the Mountaineers in any way, you need to take a hard look in the mirror. You that what every of are ultimately get radio, not in private, but in local radio, and then additionally, he can have a DUI in the same calendar year. How is Bob Huggins still the head coach of West Virginia? West Virginia basketball, you're better than this. You don't need Bob Huggins. I know Bob Huggins has built up that program, Press Virginia. He certainly brought a lot of success to them. But much like Bob Knight at Indiana University, it's time to let him go. To say so gross to me. Radio show, I'm surprised he only got $1 million fine and a handful of games suspended. But then a DUI on top of that, that shows a recklessness. That shows an I don't care attitude. Who is going to grab Bob Huggins by the back of the neck and just kick his ass out the door? That's what needs to happen at West Virginia. Again, if you're a Mountaineers fan, if you're a fan of West Virginia basketball, I'm sure there's so much love for Bob Huggins. There's so much that you hold on to that the idea of letting him go might be too big for you. Guess what? Get the hell over it. Bob Huggins needs to be fired. Bob Huggins needs to be let go by West Virginia. If you want to make it a retirement, fine. If you don't want to use the word fired, fine. But for me, you need to let him go. Because between the homophobic slurs, the DUIs, the entire behavior, he hasn't won enough. He hasn't done enough to justify all of this. West Virginia, you need to let him go. You can call me a Karen. I don't think I'm being a Karen because this isn't a one-time thing. This isn't strike one. This is strike 4 or 5 for Bob Huggins. And frankly, I don't think of him as such a great coach that we need to bend the rules entirely. No, this is a relationship that he has with the University of West Virginia. And because of that, they're giving him a pass. I don't care that he's a legend. A legend is an overused term to give people an excuse for behavior that's simply unacceptable. By the way, you don't want to fire him for the homophobic slurs? That's on you. But now the guy is representing your organization with DUIs as well. Pick one fault. Pick one and stick to it. You want to have DUIs? Great. Don't have homophobic slurs. You want to be homophobic? Great. Don't drink and drive. You want to be a terrible human being? Do it in one lane. Do it in one way. You want to just be terrible overall? I don't know why Bob Huggins is getting a pass. I don't understand it anymore. And I'm fired up about it because at this point, I don't understand why. I like West Virginia. I have friends who went there. I think it's a good university. I want West Virginia to succeed. I don't understand why Bob Huggins has this cloud that hangs over the university and they refuse to acknowledge it. But at this point, Bob Huggins needs to be let go. And if you want to call him a legend, if you say that he's too big to be fired, well then that speaks to how much power and how ridiculous that use of power has gotten at West Virginia. I think it's time that West Virginia let Bob Huggins go because between his actions this year and in the past, I don't care what he does on the basketball court anymore. It's time for the university and Bob Huggins to have a divorce. That's our opening rant for the show. You may disagree, but I'd love to hear your take on it. And by the way, I'm not saying I'm always right. I'm not saying I'm right on this. I'm just sharing my opinion. Would love to hear what you guys think. Feel free to throw those questions or comments or reactions in the chat. Again, you have your own feelings. I'm more than happy to hear you out. Would love to know what you guys think of the situation. But for me, Bob Huggins' time at West Virginia should come to an end because how many strikes is a batter given before we don't just throw him out of the game or get him back into the dugout, but we force him to leave the stadium. At this point, Bob Huggins, you're done with me. I think West Virginia needs to move on. Okay, that's our opening rant. Let's get into what our normal show is usually about, and that's about getting you good entertainment, good knowledge, and of course some good information for your sports bets and your daily fantasy sports. As always, our daily disclaimer, we are not a sports book. We're not endorsed by any sports book. If you need help, there are places you can go to get that. What Butt Fumble Sports promises you in our 2-hour show every day is a lot of information to try to inform you about your picks, your plays, how to build your daily fantasy lineups, as well as to just provide a little bit of extra entertainment when you watch all the sports that you will over the course of the day. So that's our disclaimer. Now let's get into our results from yesterday. Jumping down into our results, it was the most mixed day for us. We went 21, 21, and 1. I mean, talk about going 500. So MLB game picks, we really crushed on that. 10, 5, and 1. We've been doing really well on our MLB game picks over the last few days, ever since NBA and NHL ended, and we've put the extra time in to finding the best MLB game picks possible. We've been cashing very consistently on those. MLB prop bets were disappointing. We rode a couple players that we thought could double down on some bets for us, Matt Chapman being one of them. Didn't quite hit, so we ended up 11 and 13 on our MLB player prop bets. WNBA was a complete miss. Candyman didn't quite come through for us yesterday, so unfortunately we went 0-3 on our WNBA picks. That's on us. That's not on Candyman. Hopefully he comes through with a few more today. Our long ball, long shots of the day, we went 0 for 5, but our stealing is sharing picks. Those are picks we have for players who will get a stolen base for that day. That cash, so 2 for 6. By the way, Jorge, you're exactly right. Sandy Alcantara hasn't just been bad this past game. He's been bad all year. And I would just say, for all of those who watch the show, this is why you come to Butt Fumble Sports. Because we don't look at the brand name. We don't say Sandy Alcantara is a reigning Cy Young Award winner, so automatically go with the over on strikeouts. We do our research every single day. We try to get the most informed picks out there for you. You can follow, you can fade, that's up to you. But we want to make you smarter, we want to get you prepared, and we want you to have as much fun as possible. And we don't do it off brand names or gut picks. We do it off of trends, analytics, and stats. That's what we do. You guys had kind of a similar day as me, 9, 9, and 1. So we had a very 500 kind of day. Here are the updated results on our Celebrity Shot Big Board. Candyman's now 7 and 7. Cullen got up to 4 and 2. Dante slipped a little bit. He's now 6 and 8. Jorge's been on a hot streak, going 12 and 6. Mike's Oxlong is now 9 and 8, above 500. Nice job, Mike. Show Me is 7 and 3. Tito's Full Send is 5 and 4. Top Dog is now 11 and 7. Everybody, Top Dog been really climbing the rankings. and Tyler is 3-2. Big shout out to Top Dog. Good morning, good Saturday to you, Top Dog. And Dante, good morning, happy Saturday to you. For all those watching on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, always feel like you can comment in the show. Always feel like you can throw a big comment in there. Big Teal, I made a new video. Well, let us know about it, Big Teal E. Share it with us. We'd love to see it. Big Teal, we'd love to see your video. Appreciate all those who are joining us. This is how it goes. We're going to clear out our results from yesterday. There you can see how everyone did yesterday in our celebrity shots of the day. So we're going to clear out our results from yesterday. That's yesterday's news. We'll put it in the rear view mirror, and we will dive into all of our picks, all of the games, and all of the research that we'll do for today, June 17th. By the way, I have a ton of picks loaded up for you, especially stealing is sharing. I have a lot of stolen base picks today. This is a really good day for stolen bases, actually. I was doing my research prior to the show, and there are a lot of pitchers who give up stolen bases that'll be on the bump today. So, if you guys are new to the show and you're curious about how do we give out our picks or how do we give out some of the different parts of the show, every time you guys hit the live goal of confetti, we give out a pick. That's a pick, a game pick, a player prop bet, that's anything. We give out a pick that I had prior to the show, research I did last night or this morning. Give us the gift of confetti, we give out a pick. Every time we hit 2,000 likes on TikTok, we give out a long ball, long shot of the day. That's a player we think is going to get a home run. Then the stealing is sharing. You do just like Jorge did here on TikTok Live. Share the channel of Butt Fumble Sports, and we pay it off by giving out a player we think is going to get a stolen base. Jorge just gave us 2 shares. So Jorge, thank you so much. We'll start the show with 2 picks that we think are going to get stolen bases. So that's where we're going to start the show. And the first player we are going to go with is going to be Trey Turner. Trey Turner, again, every stolen base pick that I'm about to give out today has a matchup on the mound with a pitcher who gives up stolen bases at a really good rate. Trey Turner going up against James Kaprielian. This is a great matchup for him. 27% implied probability, folks. Whenever we see that above 20, really above 25, we go gaga for that. Couple stolen bases, too, over the last couple of days, so that's a good trend. Plus 275. Jump on it right now. Trey Turner to get a stolen base is the first pick we've given out today, but Jorge shared the channel twice, so we have 2 picks to give out. We just gave out Trey Turner. The next pick we're going to give out is going to be Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll, again, 26% implied probability on this. Really strong. Not so many steals in the last 5 games, but over the last week, last 10 games, has been a good play. Plus 285 is what this is going off at. Those are good odds for me. So not only does Trey Turner make the big board, but Corbin Carroll, those are 2 players that we think are going to get a stolen base today. We gave those out because Jorge shared the channel. Thank you so much, Jorge. Appreciate it. Jorge is also asking about Braxton Garrett on strikeouts. If you guys have questions, this is how we do it. You just ask, throw it in the comments section, ask your question, and then we do the research right in front of you. That way, whether you want to follow or fade, you get the most information possible. Looking at strikeouts, the over has a strong implied probability on this, Jorge. That's a good sign at 60%, facing the Washington Nationals. If we look at the trend over his last 10 starts, very strong, specifically over the last 7. Really like what I'm seeing here. Now, additionally, if we look at this on the road, 3 out of the last 4. The one miss here was Colorado. Not surprised there. You give him a bit of a pass, given that Colorado is such a difficult place to play, especially as a road pitcher. 9.75 Ks per 9. Love where that is. By the way, pretty good ERA for who he is. 4.10. On the other side, it's Irvin. He gives up a lot of runs. Just something to keep note of. I know it's not applicable for Braxton Garrett. Doesn't have any starts against the Washington. Yes, he does. So against the Nationals, here are their numbers against him. Not a lot of great averages here, but I'm also looking for strikeouts on the right side. For me, I do like this play, and part of the reason I like it is the 4.5. That doesn't seem too aggressive. 5.5 would, but 4.5 I like it. So I'm going to throw this one up on my big board as well. It'll be our first in-show research play of the day. That's Braxton Garrett over 4.5 strikeouts, everybody. Braxton Garrett over 4.5 strikeouts. Dante, let us know if you want that to be your celebrity shot of the day. Dante is asking about Nico Horner for a stolen base. Let's look at Nico Horner for a stolen base. So Nico Horner and a stolen base. 23% implied probability. That's not bad. A couple steals in his last few games. Here's the only issue. I'm going to go to Razzball. And you're going to see why I actually don't like this play, Dante. If I type in Kyle Gibson and I look at how he's done over the last few years when it comes to stolen bases, not good. As in, he isn't giving up that many stolen bases. Certainly not a good percentage. So for me, I wouldn't touch that one. I understand, Dante, why you have your eye on it a little bit, but Kyle Gibson doesn't give up that many stolen bases. When he does, there's a good percentage of them getting caught. So it's not a player that I'm putting up on my big board, at least for stolen bases of the day. Jorge, you want to make that Braxton Garrett play your strikeout, your celebrity shot of the day? Let's get it up there. So Jorge will be our first person up on the big board with a celebrity shot of the day. Jorge is now 12-6, everybody. Jorge has been doing really well of late. Braxton Garrett, over 4.5 strikeouts. Jorge, happy that you're 12-6. Hope that our research every day, hope you joining the show is making it easier to find good plays, is helping you grow your winning tickets. So hopefully, Jorge, But Fumble Sports' daily show is doing you right, because your record at 12-6, steadily climbing. Good job, Jorge. Chris Roberts is asking about Bryce Elder under 5.5 hits. Let's go look at it. Bryce Elder under 5.5 hits. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Once we hit 2,000 likes, we'll give out our first long ball, long shot of the day. Hits allowed. Over has a strong implied probability here. And when I say a strong implied probability, really strong actually. So the implied probability here, 62% on the over, Chris. So a little bit concerning there. Let's look at it from the over perspective. And this is why. This isn't a good bet to make. The over has been consistent. And by the way, at home, 3 of his last 4 starts at home has gone over on this number. The Rockies aren't a bad offense. So even though they're not playing in Colorado, I don't discount their offense entirely. So Chris, this is just one I wouldn't touch. No reason to bet on it. Not enough conviction. There isn't a trend. There isn't something I see that really has me convinced. So I just avoid this play. Not a good one. A bit too much of a coin flip for me. Again, if you want any of my picks, my game picks or player prop bets, hit that live goal of confetti. We'll give out a pick every time. Jorge asks about Hunter Green on strikeouts. Let's look at it. Hunter Green. And looking at strikeouts for him, 6.5 is where it's set. 55% implied probability. Not terrible there. Now, it's been very consistent, though. Really consistent, especially over the last 5 games, last 8 games. Really strong play here. So definitely something I have my eye on. The strikeouts per 9, by the way, not surprising given how green that chart is. 12.94 strikeouts per 9. That's remarkable. Now, Houston hasn't played him before, but if we just look at how their hitters have done against right-handed pitching this year, a couple averages that are good in the high 90s or middle 90s, but no batting average above 300. Really interesting to me. You're kind of surprised by that. Bregman's lower than you'd expect. Tucker is lower. This is where you go, oh, they miss Yordan Alvarez a lot against right-handed pitching. I like this play today. This is one I would go with. So I'm going to throw this one up on the big board as well. Again, you could get this at minus 120. Is there an alternative line we like? Not really. Over 5.5 at minus 279. You could take it as a leg of a parlay, but not one that I would go with. It would be 6.5 for me. So I will put this one up on the big board, though. Hunter Green over 6.5 strikeouts. And there you go. Doing our research, getting you guys good picks out there. If you have a celebrity shot of the day that you want up on our big board, just write in the comment section, my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot. We'll throw it up on the screen. That way you can play along at home. Keep track of your picks every single day. So, if you have a celebrity shot, do just what Jorge did and write it in the comment section. Okay. Top Dog is giving us some questions on YouTube about Jake Irvin and James Kaprielian. Both, he's asking about the over on walks. Over on walks. Let's start with James Kaprielian. And first thing we notice, we pull up his name, implied probability. The first things that come up are over earned runs, over on walks. I'm probably going to take both. By the way, this is the trend on over earned runs, over 2.5 earned runs. I certainly like that, so I'm going to throw that one up on the board. But as for walks, also a good play. Also a good play. At home, maybe not as consistent over the last 6, but still like it. So I'm going to throw both of these up on the big board. James Kaprielian. Over 2.5 earned runs. And we're taking him also, James Kaprielian, over 1.5 walks allowed. So definitely fading the starting pitcher of the Oakland Athletics today. Just looking at his numbers on the season. We call that a flaming bag of poop, everybody. 2-6, a 2.89 ERA, a WHIP above a WHIP that's 1.69. That is awful. This is absolutely someone I'm betting against or fading his performance today. Chris Roberts, current 4-leg parlay. Keller over 6.5 strikeouts. Snell over 5.5. Green over 6.5. Gilbert over 6.5. Chris, I'm just going to jot those down, and we're going to go through them one by one. That way we can check if this is a good parlay or a bad parlay for you. But Chris Roberts, don't go anywhere. We're going to go through every one of these picks over the next few minutes. Now, that said, we've already looked at Hunter Green, and we like that one. You're also asking about Snell over 5.5. And you're also asking about Logan Gilbert over 6.5. So let's dive into that one, everybody. But before we do, I actually still owe Top Dog a second one on Jake Irvin. So let's look at Jake Irvin on walks, and then we'll get to Chris's parlay. Jake Irvin. First thing that comes up, Top Dog, first thing that comes up, immediately comes up on the big board is Jake Irvin over 1.5 walks. Good trend here. Good trend. How about at home? Oh, even better. You can put it on the board. Yes, sir. We are taking this one all day long. That is Jake Irvin over 1.5 walks allowed. Good job, Top Dog. Top Dog, let me know if you want any of those as your celebrity shot of the day. Dante will get to your celebrity shot in just 1 minute. But first, I want to go through Chris Roberts' parlay and to see if we like all of the legs of this parlay. So we're going to look at strikeouts. We already covered Hunter Green, so we like that one leg of the parlay. 3 more to go. Mitch Keller on strikeouts. Over 6.5 is not a strong implied probability here. Now, it has been a very consistent trend. But interesting that the implied probability and the trend don't match up. Very good on the road. Head-to-head has hit twice. Both times, by the way, against Milwaukee. In Milwaukee, this has hit. So that's what's going to be the most encouraging for me. Now, if we look at Milwaukee stats lifetime against Keller, fortunately, not a lot of big numbers here. Like that. Definitely like that. So, if I had to go in any direction on Mitch Keller on this one, let's see if we can get an alternative line. 5.5 I like more. I'm going to throw that up on my big board. Now, you may not have that luxury, Chris. I would say I'd lean slightly towards the over 6.5. I love the 5.5, so I will throw Mitch Keller over 5.5 strikeouts on my big board. Again, I'm getting that at a little chalkier place at minus 205. Doesn't concern me too much. Again, I can add that to other parlay plays. So I like the 5.5 more than the 6.5, but the 6.5 I don't hate. I'd probably lean with it, but I certainly like the 5.5 more. Okay, so that was Mitch Keller. We've done Hunter Green and Mitch Keller. Let's look at Blake Snell. Over here has good implied probability at 53%. And the last 4 games, really good trend. And I love that it's trending up from 4 strikeouts all the way up to 12. Really good. Really good. Love that play there. By the way, Jimmy, I totally agree with you on hating the half. But I do love this play here. Blake Snell, let's just look at lifetime against the Tampa Bay Rays. Very, very limited sample size. Yandy Diaz really struggles against him. We may want to, let's hold on to that one. Let's just jot Yandy Diaz down. Yandy Diaz over half a strikeout might be a good play. Let's just keep that in mind, over half a strikeout. But looking at Blake Snell, do we like this one? How about at home? Has been a good trend over the last 4. How have the Rays done against left-handed pitching? Harold Ramirez hits him well. Harold Ramirez and Franco. So Harold Ramirez and Wander Franco both hit left-handed pitching well. Keep your eye on that. We'll get back to those for player prop bets in a minute. But I lean slightly towards the over on this one. I'm not going to put this one up on my big board, but I am curious about it, interested by it. So like what I'm seeing so far, Chris, with your parlay, the last leg was Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert facing the White Sox. And here is where I think your parlay falls apart. Bad implied probability here, and I mean really bad. Let's look at the over. Not a good trend. Not a good trend. If we look at the White Sox against Logan Gilbert, there are actually some hitters who hit him well. So, back to the question from Chris Roberts, the one leg of this parlay that I hate, and I put a capital H on it, is Logan Gilbert. I like the other players. I do not like Logan Gilbert today. Do not like it. Do not like it. No, no, no. Okay, let's get a celebrity shot up on the big board. It is Dante Williams. Dante, let's get your celebrity shot up on the big board. We'll research it, and then I'm going to go back to some of those picks I just jotted down about some of those Tampa Bay Rays. So, Dante gets back on the big board. Dante is 6-8, looking to bounce back after a tough day yesterday. Dante is taking Dansby Swanson over half a hit. And Dante is also taking Ian Happ over half a hit. Let's look at both, everybody. Let's look at them. We'll start with Dansby Swanson. And we're looking at half a hit. Really good implied probability here at 68%. Has been a good play. 5-game hitting streak. Now against Kyle Gibson lifetime, Dansby Swanson, outstanding numbers. Outstanding numbers. I mean, off the charts. So this is not just a good play for me. Love the call by Dante. Dante, great research on this one. This is a great play. I'm going to throw this one up on the big board. But I had him prior to the game. I just didn't have the over half a hit. I had Dansby Swanson, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. If we look at the hits, runs, and RBIs, really strong implied probability, really good play, 4 games in a row. We mentioned the stats against Kyle Gibson a moment ago. So that was actually the play I had prior to the show, was Dansby Swanson over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Love that play. Great call by Dante. Good research, Dante. Good job. Next we're going to get to was Ian Happ. Ian Happ over half a hit. Ian Happ. And half a hit. Great implied probability at 66%. Really strong trend of late against Kyle Gibson. Ian Happ has good numbers. I love where Dante's head's at. I gave Jorge some love earlier in the show. I'm also going to give it to Dante. This is a good call. I'm going to throw it up on my big board as well. I'll throw the teammates next to each other just to make it easy. But Ian Happ over half a hit. So I am tailing Dante's picks today. Again, Dante 6-8, got off to a hot start. It's cooled off a little bit. But Dante, love these picks. Appreciate you watching on YouTube. Dante, make sure you're hitting that like button on YouTube. Chris, what site are we using for all of our research? We use a number of different sites, but the website that we keep going to that's up here right now is called Outlier. You can check them out. Outlier Betting. You can check them out. Really good tool. A great place to go get. Again, it's not a sports book. We aren't endorsed by any sports book, and we don't use any sports book specifically. But it's a great place to get data research, and it does have partnerships with the sports books, so you can see the different odds that a bet gets depending on the sports book. But Outlier itself is not a sports book. It is a terminal for information, really useful. Chris, DM me, DM Butt Fumble Sports on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I will send you a link that gives you a free 7-day trial. So this is something you have to sign up for. So Chris, DM us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, wherever. And we will send you a free 7-day trial so you can give it a run. Our Instagram is Butt Fumble Sports. So Chris Roberts, hit us up on the DM and I'll send you a free link. Tito's Full Send has a celebrity shot to throw up on the big board. Tito's Full Send, here you go. Let's get Tito's Full Send up on the big board. And Tito's is 5-4, so above 500. Let's see if we can make that even better. Tito's Full Send. By the way, I haven't forgotten your question, Top Dog. I'll get to it in 1 second. Tito's Full Send is taking Reds first 5 money line. So Reds first 5 on the money line. Okay, there you go. So YA Tittle 24, you like the Red Sox and Yankees over their total again. I love it as well. We cashed on that yesterday. Only here's my one big word of warning. There is supposed to be major weather coming through Boston today and tonight. My expectation is that game is rained out. So if you do like that game, feel free to take the over. That shouldn't, you'll get your money back. But if you're going to play the Red Sox and Yankees in DFS tonight, be very, very careful. Supposed to be weather coming through Boston, heavy rain. The expectation by at least the meteorologist, I was just in Boston, came back to New York yesterday. The expectation is the rain tonight's going to wash out the game. So even though it may not be bad, we'll see. YA Tittle says he lives in Boston. Not that bad. Hey, YA Tittle, I live in Boston half the time. So let us know. Let us know. I was going to my CBS reporter, my meteorologist on CBS for that, whatever his name is. The good-looking dude with the brown hair, whatever his name is. Okay, let's get to the celebrity shots on YouTube. Top Dog. Top Dog, your celebrity shot is Jake Irvin over 1.5 walks allowed. Love that, Top Dog. You already know we like that play. Put it up on my big board. Top Dog is taking Jake Irvin over 1.5 walks allowed. And by the way, for those wondering, for those wondering, Top Dog, 11-7, everybody. Top Dog has really climbed up the rankings. Good job, Top Dog. By the way, every time you guys on YouTube, or rather on TikTok, every time you guys give us the gift of confetti, give us the gift of our live goal, I give out one of my favorite picks of the day. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're hitting us up with our live goal of confetti. And of course, hit that like button. Once we get up to 2,000 likes, I give out my favorite long ball, long shots of the day. So guys, make sure we get our picks up on the board. Now, Top Dog, I believe you're asking a question about the Braves run in the first inning. And the answer is yes, I do love that. I will throw that one up on the board for me because it was one of my favorite pre-show plays. That is Rockies. We cashed on this yesterday, by the way. Rockies, Braves, yes to a run in the first inning. Yes to a run in the first inning. Top Dog, let us know if you want that to be a celebrity shot as well. YA Tittle 24, we're wicked smart here. Don't you know? Talk to your mother. All right, Jeremy Todd 66 says 75% chance of rain. Again, maybe they get the game in, but just be mindful for DFS purposes. Maybe we want to look elsewhere. If we look at our ballparkpal.com app, our ballparkpal.com website rather, you can see how the weather across every MLB game will impact home runs, extra base hits, singles, and runs. The expectation is runs will be high in that game, but the weather will impact home runs. Just keep an eye on that one, everybody. I'm not feeling as confident about that one, so just keep an eye on it. By the way, so to the question of how do we do every day, we keep track of our picks every day. You can see yesterday we did 21, 21, and 1, so a very 500 day, but our MLB game picks, 10, 5, and 1. 2 of our 6 stealing our sharing picks. The day before, we went 28 and 13. Our MLB game picks have been red hot of late, like over the last 3 days. 9-4, 6-2, 10-5-1. Where we've had some troubles is really like the WNBA, some MLB player prop bets. We kind of doubled down on a few players, but our MLB game picks have been red hot of late. So guys, make sure you're hitting that live button. Make sure you're hitting that confetti, and we'll give out some more of our favorite MLB picks of the day. Jorge is asking about Zach Eflin. Zach Eflin on strikeouts. Let's go look at it. And by the way, for those curious, the picks I give out, they're not my picks. They're trends that we see. We only do things based off of data. So if the data doesn't support it, we don't put it up on the screen. Zach Eflin over 4.5 strikeouts. Very strong trend. Very strong trend here. 5 out of the last 6 games. 6 out of the last 8. Love that. How about on the road? Even better. Now, lifetime against the San Diego Padres. I was going to bring up Juan Soto later. Juan Soto is a must-play today. If you have fantasy, get Juan Soto in your lineup. Juan Soto is a must-play. Must-play. Gotta do it if you... By the way, I'm going to throw him up on the big board right now. The answer is yes. I do like Zach Eflin over 4.5 strikeouts, and I will take it myself. Zach Eflin over 4.5 strikeouts. Let's get up to 2,000 likes, everybody. Hit that like button on TikTok. Hit that like button. I would love to give out a shot right now. Tito's full send. Tito's full send. You took the Reds. First 5, you're also taking Miami, Washington under 9.5. So, Nationals. Is it Nationals, Marlins? It's Marlins, Nationals. Marlins, Nationals, under 9.5. Really like the play. Good call. A 1-unit play. Let's cash it, Tito's full send. Good call. Stephen Pock, great to see you in the show. Guys, let's get up to 2,000 likes. I'd love to give out a first long ball, long shot of the day. We're closing in on it. Hit that like button on TikTok Live. Let's get up to it, and let's give that out right now. Thank you, Stephen Pock. I appreciate you. Okay, let's go. 2,000 now. By the way, Tito's full send. Bing bong. Bing bong. Let's give out a long ball, long shot of the day. And you guys know where I'm going. It's Juan Soto. Juan Soto. We saw his numbers. Rakes against Zach Eflin. I mean, this is just since 2018. 23 at-bats. A 478 average. 2 home runs. 9 RBIs. Crushing. Crushing. Hammer Vice. We've been here, man. You guys can ask Jorge. You can ask others. But Fumble Sports is live every single day for 2 hours. We're going to be more consistent, though, so Juan Soto, I agree with you, Tito. I think Juan Soto is about to go... I think Juan Soto is going to have a really hot summer. I think Juan Soto is just going to go off. But I love him today, no doubt about it. So Juan Soto, if I took him on a home run, 20% implied probability, you get it at plus 400. Just so you know. Now, let's look. Can I get 1.5 bases? Not as good a probability. 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. This I'm taking. Not even thinking about it. This is a great play. Love it. Juan Soto. Let's get it up on the big board. Juan Soto over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs, everybody. Really like it. By the way, let's look at what a steal would be for him. Don't hate him on the steals. Zach Eflin's not great at holding runners. So stolen bases, 11%, so not good enough for us. You can get it at plus 800. Just a quick note, though. Something to consider. How about on total hits? Can we get half a hit? Yes, we can. So I'm all over Juan Soto today. I'm taking him on a home run. I'm taking him on hits, runs, and RBIs. And I am taking Juan Soto over half a hit. I just can't. Over half a hit, given his numbers against Eflin. I'm getting it at minus 190. That's a no-brainer for me. No-brainer, especially at the minus 190. So jump on it, everybody. Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your Saturday. But Fumble Sports is live every single day. But give me 1 second because I actually forgot. I need to plug in my computer. So I'll leave these picks up on the board. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back, everybody. Okay, want to make sure that we get our computer plugged in. I don't want us to go down mid-show. Can you put these into FanDuel? No, I don't think FanDuel does 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That's only DraftKings. But here's the one thing I would say, and you guys will hear me talk about this quite frequently. You guys should not be overly loyal to a sports book. Sports books aren't loyal to you. Sports books want to take your money. So why would you be overly loyal to a sports book? Be on different sports books. That way you can always find the bets that you want. You shouldn't be loyal to FanDuel. FanDuel's not going to be that loyal to you. Be on multiple sports books. That way you can always find the bet that you like, and that way you can cash tickets. It's the same thing when you're shopping. If you go to a store and you're going to buy a product, and the price of that product is $5, but down the street it's a sale of 25%, why are you buying it at the $5? Go find the best place to take the bet. Okay, and we're plugged in, everybody. Let's go. Hammer Vice, DraftKings blocked my account. That's crazy, Hammer Vice. What, were you showing them D picks or something like that, Hammer Vice? Like, what's going on, Hammer Vice? You giving it a hard time or something? Okay, Jorge, let's get to your question about Luis Arraez. By the way, Top Dog, love having you in the show. Dante, for all those watching on TikTok, on YouTube rather, make sure you throw your questions and your comments. No matter the platform, Butt Fumble Sports is here for you. Let's look at Luis Arraez. Luis Arraez had a massive day yesterday. I had him in my DFS lineup. By the way, if you guys want to check out my daily fantasy lineup every single day, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Buttfumblesports.com. Hit on our blogs, and every day we publish the best hitter-pitcher matchups of the day, our favorite MLB plays of the day, and our daily fantasy lineup of the day. So if you want to see which players we have for our daily fantasy lineup, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. You can check out all of our content, and while you're there, you can check out our merchandise store, which has a lot of brand new products, including our brand new Signature Stance series. You don't want to miss those, so make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Now we're looking at Luis Arraez. And we're looking for him on, you were asking specifically about over on bases and singles. So we start with bases. 1.5 bases is a strong play here at 55%. Stronger than we normally see it. He had a massive day yesterday, but prior to that, had a bit of a slump going. So just something to be mindful of. Against right-handed pitching, though, this year, Luis Arraez has been a terror. A .395 average against right-handed hitters. That is remarkable. The 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, though, or 1.5 bases, I'm a little hesitant on. If we look at over 1.5 hits, no, that's not a good play. Bases is better than that. If we look at singles, though, I do like that. It's not a great play. I would take it over half a single. But bases is the only play here. I guess if we look at hits, runs, and RBIs. Oh, it's 2.5. So bases is the only good play here. We will throw it up on the big board. Don't have as much confidence in this one. It probably is at about 55% confidence level, which is the bare minimum to get on our big board. But we will throw it up here. Luis Arraez over 1.5 bases, everybody. So that's the next play we put up on the board. Okay, we've hit 4,000 likes because you guys are absolutely awesome. We've hit 4,000 likes. So let's give out another long ball, long shot of the day. And I will be taking Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette. I'm taking Bo Bichette to hit a home run. Let's see. 15% implied probability. Wish that were higher, but plus 550 is a good play. Let's look at bases. 1.5 bases. That's good at 55%. What about hits, runs, and RBIs? They set it at 2. They set it at 2. We don't like that. hits, not a good play. So again, it has to be over bases. I'm going to do the same thing with Luis Arraez. I will throw it up there because it's about a 55% implied probability for me, or 55% confidence level. So I will throw it up there. Bo Bichette, over 1.5 bases, everybody. So I like Bo Bichette to hit a home run, and I'll take him on bases in case we miss. Dante, appreciate the support. Dante, which implied probability is better? Bobby Miller over 5.5 strikeouts or over half a win? Well, I can't see the over half a win. That I can't do for you. I don't think we have win percentage on this. Yeah, they don't have win percentage. So you were also asking about strikeouts. Over 5.5 strikeouts has a good implied probability, 57%. Really strong. He's hit twice. Back-to-back games, by the way, against the Phillies and the Yankees, so good competition. At home, 1-2. 1 for 2. The Giants haven't faced him, but the Giants against right-handed pitching this year, just looking at their stats overall, look at the strikeouts on the right side. Not one hitter above 300, except Slater, and that's very limited sample size. This is saying it's a good implied probability. They're saying it's a good play. I'm kind of on the fence on this one. 5.5, can't get it at better odds. Bobby Miller, over 5.5. I lean towards yes, Dante. I'm not going to take it. I like the win more. I like him getting a win more than the strikeout. So I don't have an implied probability on the over half a win, but I would say is I lean more towards the over half a win than I do the over 5.5 strikeouts. That's how I would play it. Also, he's asking about Mookie Betts to hit a home run. Let's look at Mookie Betts to go yard. Mookie Betts to hit a home run. 22% implied probability. That's pretty good. If we look at the weather in the Dodgers game, this has my eye. The weather in this Dodgers game, home runs up 14%. So we like that. Mookie, and against Alex Wood, oh, wow. Now I know why you like it. Look at those numbers. Mookie Betts against Alex Wood. Talk about ownership. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to put this one up on my big board. Great call. Great call. Mookie Betts, I do take him to hit a home run. Those numbers are great. Good job by Dante. Let's also look for Mookie Betts hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's look across the board. Bases, 1.5 bases, no. But hits, runs, and RBIs, yes. At 1.5, by the way, this has been a great trend anyways. That's almost a lawn, everybody. That's almost a complete lawn. Only one little dirt patch on our lawn here. Love this play right here. I'm going to throw Mookie Betts up on the board on a hit, run, and RBI. Great call. Great call. Mookie Betts, over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. You can put it on the board. Yes, sir. Love it. Good call. Nice job by Dante. Top Dog, you're asking about Clark Schmidt under 4.5 strikeouts. Again, I'm a little bit worried about that game. When it comes to the weather, some people in Boston are telling me to shut up and that I shouldn't be, but I'm a little worried. Let's look at strikeouts for Clark Schmidt. The under does have the stronger implied probability. Tough, though. 3 out of the last 4 games, the under is hit. The one thing I do like, and you guys will hear me talk about this a lot, when teams face a pitcher for a second time in like a week, the advantage always goes to the hitters. The pitchers have the advantage in the first meeting. The hitters always have the advantage in the second meeting. So the fact that the Red Sox had less than 5 strikeouts in the first meeting and they're facing him a second time, I would take the under. I know the trend over the course of the season suggests the over, but of late the under is the stronger play. If I look at the Red Sox against Clark Schmidt, Verdugo, McGuire, Durant, the lefties hit him pretty well is what we're showing. The lefties hit him well. Justin Turner, by the way, Justin Turner's been red hot. The fact he hit a home run against Clark Schmidt last week, you may want to jump on him here. But for me, I like the under, and I would put this one up on the big board. We'll see if the game gets in, but I would take this. Clark Schmidt, under 4.5 strikeouts. Yep, I do like it. And just to make sure, there is no alternative line that's worth it, so that would be the play. Oh, that was an alternative line I hit on there. That's why that looks so green. Okay, everybody, we have hit 6,000 likes because you guys are freaking amazing. You guys are the best. Appreciate you guys so much. By the way, Tito's full send, yes, good value. Good value. Yes, Tito's full send. I do like it at plus 135. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, I like it. Okay. Let's give out another long ball, long shot of the day. And by the way, guys, don't forget to share the channel. Every time you guys share the channel, we give out a player we think is going to get a stolen base. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 more players for stolen bases today. In doing my pre-show research, there are a ton of really good matchups in terms of pitchers who allow stolen bases today. They give up a high percentage of stolen bases. So I want to drop a ton of these stolen bases today, guys. Make sure you're hitting that share button. Would love to be able to drop a bunch of these over the course of the show. Now, next player I like to hit a home run, Matt Olson. Matt Olson is facing Connor Siebold. Now, here's the thing. Connor Siebold's been pitching better of late. Connor Siebold has actually been pitching better of late. But I do like Matt Olson to hit a home run. Righty-lefty matchup at home. The likelihood of a home run, 28% implied probability. Love that. Has a couple home runs over the last week. Against right-handed pitching this year, he actually doesn't have great overall offensive numbers in terms of average, but home runs I love. Who was our first pick to hit a home run? Our first one was Juan Soto. Matt Olson is the latest we put up on the board. Let's see if I can get him over half a hit. That's what I'd love. Nope, it's 1.5. What about hits, runs, and RBIs? 2.5. So the only bet, let's see what bases is. Not crazy about it, though. Nope. So Matt Olson to hit a home run, but other than that, we're not taking him. No other bets that are really advantageous for us. Tito's Full Send likes that pick, though. Tito's Full Send likes my Matt Olson pick. Love that, Tito. By the way, Tito's Full Send is bringing up something. Again, we've been waiting on you guys to hit us up with our live goal of confetti. You guys haven't done that, which is a little disappointing, but we're going to give out some picks anyways. We're just having a lot of fun here at Butt Fumble Sports, so we don't get upset by it. That said, I do have my eye exactly at where you do, which is I like the Rockies plus 1.5. Rockies plus 1.5 to me is a no-brainer. Connor Siebold, listen to these stats. Connor Siebold in the month of June, 2.08 ERA in 17.1 innings pitched, 5 walks to 15 strikeouts. Opponents have a 180 batting average against him. Meanwhile, Bryce Elder in the month of June has a 7.15 ERA in 11.1 innings pitched, 3 home runs allowed, 3 walks, 9 Ks. Opponents have a 273 average against him in the month of June. So again, I like the Rockies to cover today. Tito's Full Send, love where your head's at. Oh, Jeremy, let me show you. Here are the other home run picks I have. We have more to give out. We give them out every time we hit 2,000 likes. So when we hit 8,000 likes, we will give out another one. By the way, if you have a favorite pick of the day, if you want to get your celebrity shot on the big board, you have a pick that you love, make sure you throw it in the comment section. Write my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot, and that way we can throw it up on the big board and have a lot of fun. You can keep track at home. Jorge is asking about Sean Murphy. Guys, by the way, again, don't forget, hit us up with that live goal. Hit us up with that confetti. Love giving out our picks. Have them all ready to go. Sean Murphy on total bases. Let's look at it. Total bases, 1.5. Not a good implied probability here. Wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't touch it. Trends aren't that great. How about against right-handed pitching this year? Sean Murphy only has a 264 average. I'm not touching this play. Jorge, not touching it. No confidence coming out of the trends. No confidence coming out of his stats over the course of the year. It's not a play for me. Again, when you share the channel, we give out a player we think is going to get a stolen base. When you hook us up with the live goal confetti, we give out a pick. And when you guys hit the like button and get us up to 8,000 likes, we will give out another long ball, long shot of the day. If you're watching on YouTube, don't hesitate to write your question in the comments section. That goes for YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. We're always standing by, so if you have questions, comments, never hesitate. We're here to answer all of them, do our research, help you guys out, so hopefully you're cashing a lot of tickets on this Saturday. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Saturday, June 17th. And believe it or not, everybody, But Fumble Sports has already been live for 1 hour today. It's amazing how quickly our show goes every single day. We have been live for almost 1 full hour, having a lot of fun talking sports with you. Of course, we covered Bob Huggins getting a DUI at the start of the show. Maybe you guys think I was being a Karen. I don't care. I'm hating on Bob Huggins. Bob Huggins, to me, needs to be fired. He needs to be retired. He needs to be let go. Between his homophobic slurs on a local radio show earlier this year and now a DUI, Bob Huggins, you have run out of lives. You have run out of strikes. Bob Huggins needs to be let go. That was my take to kick off the show. Then we went into our normal routine of giving out picks and bets and everything else. So, if you have questions, we've got answers. Jeremy, I think that's so right. I know some people think Bob Huggins is great. I think his legacy is there. My whole point is, do I think he should remain the head coach of the Mountaineers? No. And for the same reason that at some point it was right for the Indiana Hoosiers to let Bob Knight go. At some point, these guys who you revere, who you give this ultimate status to, they ultimately pull one trick too many. And I think Bob Huggins' time has come. Okay, we've reset the show. Now let's get back to our picks. Giving out a lot of picks, giving out a lot of advice. So if you guys have questions, comments, or picks of your own, if you want your celebrity shot put up on our big board, make sure you write it in the comment section, my celebrity pick, my celebrity shot, and we will share your pick with everybody. That way you can, cancel culture can back off. I love it. I love it. The guy gets a DUI, and it's like, oh, cancel culture is going after him. No, I think the cops are going after him for drunk driving. Bing bong. Yeah, Tito's full send. Thank you. Thank you for the change of pace. Okay, Tito's just put a full unit on Soto. Love it. Over half a hit. Love that. Half a unit on 1.5 total bases. Great call, Tito's. Great call. By the way, Mo, thank you for following the channel. Mo, thank you guys for following the channel. Appreciate all those who follow Butt Fumble Sports. Means a lot to us. By the way, I actually think John Gruden shouldn't have been fired. I actually think that was bullshit. I think John Gruden got sideswiped. Bob Huggins isn't the same issue. John Gruden had emails that were private, made public. Clearly there was a hatchet job against John Gruden. By the way, John Gruden was racist clearly in his emails. That doesn't excuse it, but he didn't do it publicly. Bob Huggins got drunk, got into his car, and then drove. You can't be more public than that. So to compare John Gruden and Bob Huggins, I think that is comparing apples and oranges. I think John Gruden did get a raw end of the deal. They were investigating something else. He ended up in the investigation and somehow, like a whitewater, like it turned into like John Gruden getting fired. Bob Huggins got drunk and got behind a car. Like, come on. Hammer Vice, love the take. Hammer Vice, I love it. Anyways, let's get back to some of your picks. Kyle Gibson on strikeouts. Kyle Gibson on strikeouts. Hope you guys are having as much fun as me. I love talking sports with you guys every day. And by the way, I'm not expecting you guys to always agree with me, and I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just sharing my take. Would love to hear yours as well. Definitely respect the opinions of everybody out there. You can agree with me. You can disagree with me. I just love hearing the different opinions. Kyle Gibson, over 4.5 strikeouts. Hasn't been as strong a trend lately as I would like. Little concerning there. How about on the road? 2 out of the last 3, and the 1 miss was against the Yankees. Not bad. Against the Cubs, we already talked about Dansby Swanson. Crushes against him. Suzuki 2 for 3. Happ 2 for 5. I'm not crazy on the strikeouts, more because you look at the strikeout percentage. These guys have made contact against him. Not a lot of strikeouts here. So for me, I would avoid this play. I'd avoid it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I don't like it. I don't have any conviction behind it. Feels like a coin flip. Okay, Jeremy Todd 66. You're asking about Mets Cards over. Let's look at that. The Mets and the Cardinals over. And that total right now is set at 9 runs. Even at 9 runs. Interesting. First of all, I hate it at 9. Get a hook in your favor. So I don't like it at 9. If I were to take it, over 7.5. That's where I take it. Over 7.5 at minus 174 if I were to take it. Here's the thing, though, about this one. I'm not a fan of it. So if I were to take the over, it would be at 7.5. However, I like the under on this one, but again, at an alternative line. Under 9.5 is what I like. And the reason behind that is the starting pitchers for me. Cody Senga this year at home, 1.93 ERA. Opponents have a 158 batting average against him. The under is 3-0-1 in the Cardinals' last 4 games, with a total set between 9 and 10.5 runs like it is today. The under is 5-1-1 in the Mets' last 7 home games versus a right-handed starter. Not only would I not take the over 9 runs, I'd actually take under 9.5. That was a pick I liked prior to the show. I'll put it up on my board so you guys can see it. Cardinals, Mets, under 9.5. Appreciate all those who are with us. Top Dog, I answered your question. I even put it up on my big board. I like Clark Schmidt under 4.5 strikeouts. So Top Dog, we got to you. Don't worry. Appreciate all those who are with us. Tito's Full Send loves the Mets today. I do as well. Yeah, Tito's Full Send is writing it in the comments section, and he's dead on this one. Cody Senga at home is the kind of pitcher that the Mets thought they were signing. On the road has been a completely different story. When he's on the road, fade him. When he's at home, follow him. So I'm following Cody Senga today. I do like Cardinals Mets over 9.5. Now, when it came to that game on the money line, I leaned slightly towards the Cody Senga play. Wainwright hasn't been as good this year. But when we look at the stats, just to make sure, you see there are some Mets that hit him well. I would take the Mets on the money line as well. And by the way, look at this trend down here. Cardinals off a loss, 34% of the time they're actually winning. So I will do this one as well. It's an in-show research play for me, but I would take the Mets on the money line, everybody. Kind of doubling down on Cody Senga. Tito's Full Send, you're absolutely right. Wainwright has been getting hit lately. Cody Senga on strikeouts. Good question, Hammer Vice. And don't worry, Jorge. I'll get to your Fernando Tatis question in 1 second. But let's look at, and yes, Tito's, I do like the Mets' first 5 on the money line. If I like them overall, and if I like the starting pitching matchup, I absolutely would say take them first 5 money line. I think that's a very good play. Tito's, let me know if you want me to make that another one of your, oh, you already have your 2 celebrity shots. Never mind. Let's look at Cody Senga, though. Keep in mind, guys, get your celebrity shots in. Make sure you write in the comment section your celebrity pick. Over 5.5 is a really strong implied probability at 59%. So love that, just on first blush. Very consistent. Very consistent. Whether it's at home or on the road, it's been a very consistent play. In fact, it's been more consistent on the road. At home, though, I do like it as well. Again, he hasn't faced the Cardinals yet, but against right-handed pitching this year, how have they done against right-handed pitching? Arenado's gotten that average up. Goldschmidt, Walker. I'm not as crazy about this. I wish I could be a bit more optimistic on it. I want to take it, but I'm not going to put it on my big board. Am I? Am I? I'm on the fence. So the answer is I'm not going to put this on my big board. I like it. I'm kind of fluctuating on the confidence level. So for me, I wouldn't take it. Tito's Full Send. If I could get it at 4.5, I would. So to your point, if 5 could get me a winning ticket, I'd take it. So over 4.5, the problem is that's minus 295. That's not a good bet unless I'm putting it as a leg of a parlay. If I'm making it the leg of a parlay with some of our other plays, I like it. But if I'm just taking it on its own, putting down $295 to get $100 back. Don't know if that appeals to me given the risk, so I would avoid it. I wouldn't put this one up on my big board. That's right, Tito's. Too much juice. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And for those who, or maybe what we should say is too little juice, the squeeze isn't worth it. Hammer Vice loves the juice. There you go, Hammer Vice. Well, that may be for you. Tito's Full Send. As you guys know from my disclaimer, don't chase winning. Don't chase it. If you chase it, if you don't have good conviction, have a plan, have a strategy, and if you're chasing something, you'll probably miss on it. Hammer Vice, I'm talking about something else. Yeah, I know you're talking about OJ. Appreciate all you guys being with us. YA Tittle, Mets team total is what, 4.5? I'm not sure, but I would think so. I would think it's around 4.5. Tito's Full Send's absolutely right. Sometimes the best play is no play. If there isn't something that you have real conviction behind, one to miss, one to avoid. Jorge, are you asking about Hayes hits, runs, and RBIs? Let's look at it. Austin Hayes homered yesterday, cashed, or was that 2 days ago? That was 2 days ago. Cashed for us. Let's look at him today. And you're asking about hits, runs, and RBIs, if I'm not mistaken, Jorge. So, Austin Hayes, hits, runs, and RBIs. Same implied probability here. Now, it is a righty-lefty matchup against Justin Steele. And against left-handed pitching this year, Hayes, 290 average, 3 home runs. Tito's Full Send, you're dead on. I'm not as crazy about this play. I'm not as crazy about this one. Probably wouldn't touch it. Probably wouldn't touch it. By the way, Lock Hub, thank you so much for the hot dog. Thank you so much, Lock Hub. Appreciate the support. What do you think about the first game of the day? What do I think about the first game? Let's look at it. The first game is this Tigers-Twins game going off at 2:10. Looking at it from a money line perspective, starting pitching matchup, Joey Wentz, dog poop. We call that a flaming bag of poop on your porch, everybody. 7.49 ERA, a 1.6 record, dog poop. Now on the other side, the Twins don't have a good starting pitcher on the mound either, so it doesn't inspire much confidence. How have Twins hitters done against Joey Wentz? So you can see, this is just one I'm probably avoiding the play. I'm probably avoiding the play overall. What's the total for this game? 9? Not crazy about it. Not crazy about it. The over 9's actually been a really good trend for the Tigers of late. 5 out of their last 6 it's hit. Can I get a good alternative line here? Over 7.5. Very good trend for both teams. That's where I'm going to take this. What's the weather? Let's see the weather. Overall runs isn't going to be too negatively impacted. Home runs will be. I kind of like the over 7.5. I'll put that one up on the big board. Actually, before I do, let's go to covers.com and make sure I'm not making a mistake. Let's look at what the trends are here. Again, covers.com is a free website we use to look at the trends. Make sure you guys can see it. So the over, as I mentioned, really strong for the Tigers of late. For the Twins, the under, it's been kind of split actually, over-under. The under is the stronger play when the two teams have met. Interesting that the Tigers have been the better play when they've met of late. I want to take this over, so I'm going to. I do like it. I'm going to ride with it. This is an in-show research play. This is going to be Tigers, Twins, over the alternative line of 7.5. Tito's, I like the team total over 3.5 for the Tigers. Interesting call. I like it. I like it a lot. Bullpen game. Good call. Jeremy Todd, Mets under 10.5. Mets money line is plus 151. I do like him on the money line. Y.A. Tittle, Rizzo for Yankees is overdue for a home run at plus 500. Here's the only problem with that. I don't like saying a player is due, and that's why I'm betting him. That actually goes to the antithesis of trends. It says someone has been so bad, all of a sudden they should be good. Now, as fans, it's okay that we say that, but as gamblers, that's a bad play. If we're doing that, we're really chasing. Not only does he not have a good implied probability here, let's look at how he's done against Brian Bayo. Lifetime. He's 0 for 5. He's 0 for 5 lifetime. And then, let's take it one step farther. The likelihood of home runs in that Red Sox-Yankee game is down. So, just because he's due doesn't mean he's worth taking. I would not take that play. Y.A. Tittle, I would not take Anthony Rizzo to hit a home run. No, no, no. No, no, no. Okay, there were a couple player prop bets that I did want to get into. I jotted them down in my notes earlier based off the matchups they have. So Yandy Diaz does not have good numbers against Blake Snell. Let's look at him to get a strikeout today. 65% implied probability here. Wow, really consistent trend as well. Really consistent trend. One short of being a lawn. So I'm going to throw this one up on my big board as well. That's Yandy Diaz. We usually like him to get a hit. Not today. Yandy Diaz, we're taking Yandy Diaz over half a strikeout. Over half a strikeout. Okay, that was one play we liked. Over half a strikeout. Next one that we do like, though, Harold Ramirez. Harold Ramirez absolutely rakes against left-handed pitching. Again, he's facing Blake Snell. Harold Ramirez. 1.5 hits, no. 1.5 bases, no. Hits, runs, and RBIs, yes. Decent trend over the last 6 games, 4 out of the last 6, so not going to hate on it. But really, for me, it's all about that lefty-righty matchup. Harold Ramirez, a .429 average against left-handed pitching. I'm going to ride with it. So let's get Harold Ramirez over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Ramirez over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. And the last one that I wanted to put up there, by the way, Farika, great to see you, Farika. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's go to Wander Franco. Wander Franco also hits left-handed pitching very, very well. Wander Franco did get a stolen base for us yesterday, so we cashed on that. Total bases, 1.5, no. How about hits? Well, 1.5, no. Hits, runs, and RBIs? Yes. Lifetime against Snell, no numbers. But lifetime, or this season against left-handed pitching, Franco has a .340 average, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, throwing it up on the board. Wander Franco over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. And yeah, we haven't gotten someone to share the channel in a little bit. Every time you guys share the channel, we give out a stolen base play of the day. I'm going to give out one because we just talked about it. I like Wander Franco today. Surprisingly, despite being a left-handed pitcher, Blake Snell struggles to hold runners on base. So Wander Franco, I know I took him to get a stolen base yesterday. I'm going with him again today. Jorge just shared the channel again. So and we've hit 8,000 likes. So I have a stolen base pick to give out and a home run pick to give out. Let's do that, everybody. Okay, stealing is sharing. The next player I like to get a stolen base today, I am going to go with Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr. Let's go look at it. So if I'm looking at Bobby Witt Jr., oh, not seeing him on the board. Okay, I got to give out another one. I got to give out a different one. Is Bobby Witt Jr. healthy? Is he out? Is there a reason? No? He just had a day off yesterday. Let's see. I'm going to keep him up on my board, but let's keep track of it. Maybe there's something off with him. By the way, if you are watching on TikTok, if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button on the video. It goes a long way in supporting the show. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. I'm going to go with Corey Jukes. Corey Jukes. Go Corey Jukes. Stolen bases. Again, not showing up. What the heck? What the heck? Corey Jukes, not showing up. Okay, I'll go to another one. Is Corey Jukes out? What is going on right now? Corey Jukes? Is he out? Is he injured? No, he's not. I don't understand this one. Okay. I don't understand why these aren't being available. But we'll keep, if they're not there, we'll keep adding them. We'll keep going to the next one. Next one I like is Andrew Benintendi. Andrew Benintendi. Let's see if he shows up. Maybe there's something going on with the app. Andrew Benintendi. Nope, here he is. How about on stolen bases? 13% implied probability. Not great, but plus 670. I just like the starting pitching matchup. Logan Gilbert has struggled to hold runners on base. Benintendi leads the White Sox in stolen bases against right-handed pitchers this year. So I do like Andrew Benintendi. How has he done against right-handed pitching? 266 average against Logan Gilbert, 273. Do we like on over half a hit as well? Over half a hit does have a strong implied probability, and it's been a consistent play. So I am going to double down on this one. I'll take Benintendi to get a steal and Benintendi to get a hit. That's Andrew Benintendi over half a hit. Okay. We've hit 8,000 likes, so I also have a long ball, long shot of the day to give out. The next one I am going to give out is going to be Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper. Let's go look at Bryce Harper today, everybody. Bryce Harper to hit a home run. 22% implied probability. That's a good mark for us. Looking at the over. Hasn't hit a home run in a while. Some would say he's due. But against James Kaprielian, no at-bats. But Kaprielian's given up some home runs this year. That's why I like him. And Harper against right-handed pitching this year. A 368 average. Love, love, love that. So, I will take Bryce Harper, but I'm also going to look for another play for him. Can I get him on over half a hit? Is that available? Nope, it's 1.5. What about total bases? 1.5. So, that leads hits, runs, and RBIs, but they've set it at 2.5. Hate it. Fangul. Hate you sports books sometimes. We liked Bryce Harper at 1.5. Don't like him at 2.5. I would avoid him. I do like him to hit a home run today, though. Tito's full send saying he's going to hit 2 bombs. Wow, that's an aggressive play. Let's look at Kyle Schwarber. He homered yesterday. What total bases? No. What about hits, runs, and RBIs for him? It's going off at 1.5 and has been a very consistent play. James Kaprielian, no stats against him. But Kyle Schwarber against right-handed pitching. Oh, really bad average, actually. 181 average. So won't take it. Just had my eye on it for a second. Okay, to the question that G-Fewer19 just asked, we actually did put Braxton Garrett up on our big board. We like the over 4.5 strikeouts. I didn't take it at 5. I want that hook in my favor. So 4.5 strikeouts. I do like the over. G-Fewer19. I do like the over. Arctic Tiger, what you asking about? I have Happ, Harper, Arise, Rosario, Ohtani, and Garrett overs. Wow, aggressive play by Arctic Tiger. I love it. I love it. Jorge, if you want to see my DFS lineup, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, hit on our blogs, and right there at the top, you can see my DFS lineup. So if you want to see my DFS lineup, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. You can check it out. There's a link in our bio on TikTok Live. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be a link in the description that takes you right to our website, buttfumblesports.com. B. Scott over hits, runs, and RBIs is what Arctic Tiger is asking about. Let's look at it. B. Scott. And I'm not seeing it, so there you go. I don't know a B. Scott. You gotta... Who's Scott? I don't know who B. Scott is. Y.A. Tittle. Tellez will hit a home run today with Milwaukee versus right-handed pitching, Keller. So it's interesting you bring that one up. Interesting you bring up Rowdy Tellez. He's got some good numbers. I actually have my eye on him as well. Let's look at Rowdy Tellez. 2 hit a home run. 14% implied probability. Hasn't hit one of late. But against Mitch Keller, Rowdy Tellez, 2 for 4 and a home run since 2018. That's why I have my eye on him. Y.A. Tittle, I'm not going to talk you out of it. I'm not going to put him up on my board as a home run play. A little too far to go in terms of the implied probability. But if can he get half a hit? Over half a hit is a good play. I would take that. So I'll be conservative on my Rowdy Tellez play, but I will take Rowdy Tellez over half a hit. Over half a hit. Can we get him on over half a base? Over half a base is also a good play. Keep in mind, guys, some places will let you take a walk or a hit batter as half a base. So I do like that. Rowdy Tellez over half a hit. Rowdy Tellez over half a base. By the way, if he cashes on over half a hit, he's cashing on over half a base. By the way, Eli De La Cruz is playing today from what I've seen. Eli De La Cruz is playing, and yes, I know you guys didn't ask, but he is a must-play every day for a stolen base. Eli De La Cruz is a no-brainer. He had the day off yesterday, probably for the best. Eli De La Cruz for a stolen base. 25% implied probability. You can still get it at plus 300. Really consistent play. Really consistent. Love the play. This is a no-brainer for me. Got to throw it up there. Now let's look at over half a hit. Nope, not getting hits allowed. Too bad. What about on runs? Can we get him on over half a run? And yes, we can. Not a good implied probability, though, so not going to take it. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Just not good enough. Just not good enough. I'm going to avoid, well, I want to get him because if I think he's going to get on base, 1.5 bases, I don't like that. I can't get him on, I can get him on over half a hit, so that's what I will take. Eli De La Cruz over half a hit. Okay, we are cruising along with our show, everybody. We haven't gotten any of our live goal today. Too bad. I guess you guys must hate the show. But if you guys do like the show and you want to support us, make sure you hit that confetti. We love giving out our picks every single day, so make sure you guys are hooking it up. Tito's Full Send, UFC, hello. Haven't heard from our UFC experts, so I'll text him right now and see if we can get a UFC pick. Let me hit up our UFC expert, see what he's up to. Any UFC picks? Okay. Tito's Full Send, I know what you want. Bing bong. There you go. G-Clips, he's going to get on man with B-Lock. Yeah, I do like that. Natasha Howard over 7.5 rebounds. First of all, big shout out to Candyman. Love Candyman being in here. Appreciate you supporting the show and being with us almost every day. So Natasha Howard over 7.5 rebounds. Let's go look at it, everybody. Getting a good WNBA play in. Natasha Howard. Rebounds, 7.5. Same implied probability on both sides of it. Hasn't been that good a ticket of late. And we can't get an alternative line. So I don't like this one just because the trend does not go with it. The trend does not go with it. So that said, Candyman, let us know if you want that to be your celebrity shot of the day. Second. Okay, Jorge celebrity shot. Jorge celebrity shot is going to be Zach Eflin over 4.5 strikeouts. Let's get Jorge back up there. So, Jorge already has one. Took Braxton Garrett on strikeouts. You're also taking Zach Eflin over 4.5 strikeouts. So those are Jorge's 2 celebrity shots of the day. Again, Jorge is 12-6. Jorge's been climbing up the big board. So there you go. Candyman, do you want that to be one of your celebrity picks of the day? Let us know. Let us know. By the way, Tito's Full Send is putting out some good UFC notes, so keep your eye on that. Arctic Tiger, you're hitting on a few things that I like. The answer is yes, I do love Yelich. I'm going to throw him up here. I do like Christian Yelich to get a stolen base. And yes, I did have my eye on France as well, though I didn't go with him. I went with Jose Caballero. I'm also taking Julio Rodriguez. A lot of stolen bases, I think, going to happen today, so no problem giving those out without any hesitation. Candyman celebrity shot of the day is going up on the big board, everybody. Wasn't one I'm gonna tail, but Candyman is going to take Natasha Howard over 7.5 rebounds. Love it, Candyman. Good call. Not going to put it up on my big board, but I like it. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun watching the show. As always, appreciate if you support the show. Appreciate all those who are with us. Make sure you hook us up with our live goal of confetti. We haven't given out a lot of picks that I had prior to the show. It's too bad because those have been the ones that have been cashing the most consistently over the last few days. But if you guys hook us up with that live goal confetti, we will give out some of the picks that we had prior to the show. We have a ton to give out. Would love to give them out. Candyman, Tito's Full Send, Arctic Tiger, Jeremy Todd 66, Jorge. Appreciate all G-Clips, G-Fewer 19, Y8 Tittle 24. Appreciate all those who have been with us, all those who are watching. Throw your questions and comments in the chat. When we get up to 10,000 likes, we'll give out our favorite, another long ball, long shot of the day. Let's look at Fernando Tatis Jr. I was supposed to do that earlier, but I forgot about it. So let's get back to Fernando Tatis Jr. Now, I don't like him to get a home run, or to get a stolen base, rather, because Zach Eflin's better at holding runners than Blake Snell is. But total bases, 1.5, no. Hits, 1.5, no. Hits, runs, and RBIs, really strong implied probability here. Really consistent trend. This is a good play. Against Zach Eflin lifetime, Tatis is only 1 for 3, but I do like this one. Going to throw it up on the big board. Fernando, that's fun to say. Fernando Tatis Jr. over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. The ideal would be he gets a hit and then his on bases, Juan Soto hits that home run that we're predicting. That would be the best of all possible scenarios. Appreciate all those who are with us. Make sure you're hitting that like button, folks. Once we get up to 10,000 likes, we'll give out another long ball, long shot of the day. LRK425, great to see you today. You did go 2-0. LRK425 is starting to get it. Yeah, IP Shade 45, where are you when we need you? Yeah, just not getting the confetti from you guys. You guys don't like helping us out with our live goal for some reason. Too bad. Because again, I've got a ton of picks to give out. In fact, we've already given out one of them, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 first inning run plays that I am currently sitting on. And I have 2 more game picks to give out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have over 10 player prop bets to give out. So I got a ton of things to give out. How much is confetti? Confetti is 50 cents. That's all. Confetti is 50 cents. So, JP went over half a base. Yes, he did. LRK425, you're crushing it, man. LRK425 is now 4-2. There you go. Jorge is 12-6. IP Shade 45 2-2. Dante 6-8. Cullen is 4-2. Candyman 7-7. Alexander 1-4. Top Dog 11-7. A number of our very loyal, consistent viewers. Mike Oxlong is 9-8. So that's our. If you guys have celebrity picks you want up on your big board, let us know. Write in the comment section my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot, and then whatever the play is. Make sure you're hitting that like button, everybody. Let's get up to 10,000 likes. The only UFC play I see currently with value currently is BetMGM -120 on Vittori. Interesting. So there are some UFC boosts out there. Haven't heard from my UFC guy. Let's see if he can get back to me, but still waiting on it. We have about a half hour left of our show, everybody. Half hour left of our show. Shane Bieber today. Shane Bieber. Let's look at Shane Bieber. By the way, you guys are awesome. You guys come through. You hit that like button. Appreciate you guys. We're about to give out another home run play after we look at Shane Bieber. Let's look at strikeouts for Bieber. The under actually has the stronger implied probability here. Strikeouts have not been that high over the course of the year for Shane Bieber. He has not been the same kind of pitcher. Now, against the Diamondbacks, how has he done? You see there are a lot of averages here that are 0, but not a lot of strikeouts. Not a lot of strikeouts. By the way, Lourdes Gurriel hits him well. We'll have to look at that right after. I kind of like the under. I like the under 4.5 for Shane Bieber. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to put it up on my big board. If I could get it at 5.5, I would. But I do like the under on strikeouts. So just something to be mindful of. Shane Bieber under, if you could get it at 5.5, I'd like it a lot more. But definitely an interesting play. Let's look at Lourdes Gurriel, who does have good numbers against him. Let's look at hit. Can we get half a hit? Yes, we can. Over half a hit. He's been slumping over the last 5, but against Bieber, 4 for 10 lifetime. I'm going to ride with it, so I will take Lourdes Gurriel over half a hit. Lourdes Gurriel over half a hit. There you go, everybody. And we have a home run pick to give out because you guys are awesome and got us up to 10,000 likes. Another long ball, long shot of the day. I'm going to go with Jorge Soler. Jorge Soler, everybody. Just want to show you what I could get him at. Jorge Soler. Over a home run. 26% implied probability. I could get it at 290. Not great odds, but has 2 home runs in his last 5 games. Against right-handed pitching this year, Soler has 11 home runs. He doesn't have any appearances against the Cole Irving pitcher of the Nationals, but Irving's just been a flaming bag of poop on your porch this year. So I do like Jorge Soler to hit a home run. How about 1.5 bases? No. 1.5 hits? Half a hit, that I do like. Over half a hit. I'll throw Jorge Soler up there for over half a hit. Over half a hit. There you go, everybody. We are cruising along. Okay, Jorge is asking about, here, LRK425. Celebrity shot. We going back to Philly. Philly. Okay, here we go. LRK425. So LRK425, just clarify, is that a second play that you have up there? LRK425 is taking the Phillies on the money line. LRK425. You're also saying fade the Astros. That's my first. Okay, that's your first of the day. Gotcha. And Canning over walks. Canning. We're looking at Griffin Canning. And looking at walks. Walks allowed. Good implied probability here. Not necessarily a great trend, though. How about on the road? Not as good of late. How have the Royals done against Canning? Not a lot of numbers. Kind of into this one, though. It's good implied probability. Head-to-head, did hit earlier this year. I'll take it. I'll go with it. Not crazy about it, but the implied probability is high enough for me. I will take Griffin Canning over 1.5 walks allowed. And actually, we're going to do something we do, one of my favorite things we do every day. We're going to reverse engineer. Let's go walks allowed, and let's just go to the over. Who has the highest implied probability? Highest implied probability, Logan Gilbert over half a walk. Over half a walk. That's a really good trend. So that's one. Logan Gilbert over half a walk. We're going to do a bunch of these right now. Logan Gilbert, you can get him at only half. Logan Gilbert over half a walk. That's one. Now, Brandon Belock, that's another one. Really consistent. Really consistent. How about at home? Even better. Throw that one up there. Brandon Belock over 1.5 walks allowed. Let's see if there's another one that we like. Reverse engineering. Lucas Giolito. Pretty consistent over the last 4. Like it. Going with it. Lucas Giolito over 1.5 walks allowed. So we just gave out a couple of these. Is there anyone else we like? We already have Jake Irving. We're not going to take Bieber, though it's an interesting one. Not going to take it, though it's interesting. So there you go. What about Adam Wainwright? That's another one that I'd be considering. Adam Wainwright over 2.5 walks, or over 1.5 walks, rather. Adam Wainwright over 1.5 walks allowed. Bunch of these that we just dropped on you. So hope you're paying attention at home. By the way, LRK425 is exactly right. These were picks that we've started to do more recently because much like turnovers in the NBA, this is one that's been cashing consistently. The implied probability and the outcome have been pretty aligned. So yes, Rich Hill really cashed for us yesterday. We did really well on these. They've been one of our better plays, actually, as these walks allowed. Okay, hope you guys are having a lot of fun watching the show. About 15-20 minutes left of the show, so if you've got picks, get them in. If you want any of our picks, we have still not gotten any confetti today. Tito's, yeah, we have a ton of those to give out, but I've been holding them back because we've been waiting on confetti. Tito's, I have 5 of them I'm waiting on, so I do want to drop these runs in the first innings, but I'm trying to play the game, you know. The reason, by the way, that we ask for the confetti, we ask for the likes, we ask for all of this, isn't because getting one piece of confetti is going to put my kids through college. Like, that's not what it's about. It's really not about the money as much as it is. We're trying to get the algorithm on TikTok Live to generate more of a response. So the reason that we ask for gifts from you guys, the reason we ask for gifts isn't because I'm trying to take your money. It really is because I want more people to view the show. I want to grow Butt Fumble Sports. So if you guys give gifts, it helps us trigger the show. It helps us get more attention through the algorithm. That's why we do it. By the way, we do have a tip page, though, on Twitch and on Kick and on YouTube, so if you guys want to support the show, you certainly can. But Tito's full send, I'll drop a couple of those if no one gives confetti. If someone does, we'll drop them right away, but if no one does, I'll wait just a few more minutes. Appreciate all those who are watching, no matter the platform. Get your questions in, get your celebrity shots in. Our celebrity shots so far, we have 6 of our viewers with celebrity shots up on the board. If you want yours up on the board, you just got to share it with us. Write in the comment section, my celebrity shot, and then whatever the pick is, or my celebrity pick and whatever it is, throw it up on the chat. We'll put it up on the big board. There we go. There's some confetti. Thank you so much, GFewer19. Thank you so much, GFewer19. Means a lot to us. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go, everybody. Okay, I'm going to say thank you to GFewer19. I've got some picks. Don't worry. Let's go. First one I'm going to give out. It is in relation to this Cardinals-Mets game, actually. The first one is going to be Cardinals Mets, no run in the first inning. No run in the first inning. I'll give out another one as well. I am going to take, we already put out the Rockies and Braves, yes to a run in the first inning. I will also say White Sox, Mariners, no run first inning. No run first inning. So those are two picks to give out to say thank you to GFewer19. Thank you so much, GFewer19. We give out picks every time you hook us up with that live goal. I'll give out more throughout the course of the show. Just appreciate the support. Hopefully it brings more people to Butt Fumble Sports. That way we can grow this channel, grow this viewership, grow this amazing community. And by the way, if you guys love watching sports, talking sports, but you have a job, you have a full-time job, and you want a place where you can do it, reach out to us. Butt Fumble Sports is always looking for content creators, always looking for people who want to get into sports media. So feel free to contact us on our website, buttfumblesports.com. If you guys are tired of being on the sidelines as fans and you want to get into the sports media industry, I've worked at ESPN, Fox, CBS Sports. I produced for Jim Rome. I've been around. I'm here to help you guys out. So if any of you guys want to start your journey as sports media, either on-air talent or behind the scenes, get involved. Make sure you hit us up, buttfumblesports.com. LRK425, just contact us. Buttfumblesports.com is looking for content creators, looking for people to join our operation. So get off the sidelines and into the game and join Butt Fumble Sports. LRK has another celebrity shot, taking Mookie Betts over half a hit. I like it. Good call. So LRK425 celebrity shots are on the board. Mookie Betts over half a hit. Love that play. By the way, is that real? Tito's Full Send. No, this is my full-time job. I worked in the sports media industry for over 15 years. Loved it, but after working for Mickey Mouse and Rupert Murdoch and others, decided I wanted to start my own sports media company. Last August, we were incorporated. We have been live ever since the first day of the NFL season last year. So every single day, we've been producing content and everything else. Do you have any locks for the Special Olympics? Nathan, you're a terrible human being. That's all I'm going to say. Nathan, you're awful. I love it, but no, I don't. No locks. This is where I get degenerate. I don't bet on the Special Olympics because that would make me a terrible soul. However, do I bet on the Little League World Series? Yes, I do. I bet on the Little League World Series. So when it gets to August and we do Little League World Series, Nathan, don't worry. I will absolutely be putting money down on California and Hawaii. But no, the Special Olympics, we don't put money down on the Special Olympics because I want to go to heaven someday. Yes, we can check on Mookie Betts. Let's go check on Mookie Betts, everybody. Betting on the Special Olympics. Oh my goodness. We are having too much fun here. We are having way too much fun. Wow, over half a hit. I cannot believe this is available. Yeah, it's chalky at minus 228, but you got to be kidding me. Everybody, say it with me. What do we call that on our screen? Everybody who watches the show knows what we call this image up on our screen. What do we call this, everybody? Say it with me. You know what it is. We call it a lawn. That's a lawn, everybody. There you go, Jorge. That is a lawn. That is so consistent. Yeah, that's some fresh sod right there. That's what we call it. That is a lawn. And it needs some trimming because that's an overgrown lawn at this point. How about Alex Wood? We talked about this yesterday, or we talked about it earlier, everybody. Against Alex Wood, Mookie Betts rakes. He owns him. We have Mookie Betts on a home run today. We've already put that up on our board. We already put Mookie Betts to hit a home run up on our board. Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs we took as well. But I'm also seeing Mookie Betts over half a hit. Why wouldn't I take that as well? But he owns this pitcher. He owns Alex Wood. So this is a no-brainer for me, everybody. No-brainer for me. I might even take the 1.5 total bases. I kind of agree with you, Tito's. I kind of like it. Oh, Jeremy Todd 66. Welcome to the big board. Let's get you up here. Let's get you up here. Celebrity shots. Let's go. Jeremy Todd 66. By the way, the big board, the celebrity shots, is a way you guys can play at home every single day. You guys can be a part of the show. I don't want you guys to think of me as just a talking head. I want you guys to feel that you can be a part of the show with your questions, your comments, your takes, and of course your picks. So Jeremy is going with Miller. That's Bobby Miller over 5.5 strikeouts. Bobby Miller over 5.5 strikeouts. Let's look at it really quick. Love that Mookie Betts play. Miller, Bobby Miller, strikeouts, 5.5. His last 2 starts, this is hit, so there you go. Okay, we've hit 12,000 likes, everybody. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys supporting the show. So I have one more long ball, long shot of the day to give out. Only one more. After that, every time we hit 2,000 likes, I'll give out a pick. So plenty of opportunity here. Tito's full send is getting a little, yeah, don't worry. He's getting a little saucy. Okay, here's my last long ball, long shot of the day. Only if this game goes, obviously. Even though I don't like the weather in this game, the weather in the Red Sox-Yankee game suggests home runs will not be a popular play. Irregardless, I like Giancarlo Stanton in this game. I am taking him to take a home run. They call it full send day. Saturday, full send day. I love it, guys. I love it. If you guys want any more of my picks, you know what to do. Hit us up with that live gold confetti. And now every time we hit 2,000 likes, we will give out another player or a player prop or a game pick, since I've given out all my home run plays of the day. If I haven't said it to you guys enough, love the support you guys show us. I am so grateful every single day that you guys make the appearance. You guys show up, support the show. Your loyalty means the world to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Really appreciate you guys. Please take Vettori UFC on the money line. Is that what you want me to take, Tito's? Okay, we're going to throw it up here. Tito's, you already have your 2 celebrity shots of the day, so we're going to do a special thing just like we do with Candyman. We'll throw it up here. So we will throw UFC. And we're going to say that this is we don't want that. So this is courtesy of Tito's full send. He is taking Vettori on the money line. Vettori on the money line. There you go. You made it. Candyman, my last celebrity shot of the day is Dallas Wings minus 8.5. So, Wings minus 8.5. By the way, over under Wyatt eats 8.5 wings tonight. I'm going to take the over. Okay. Let's go to the WNBA. Let's look at the Wings game. Only one game tonight. 8.5 points. Man, they haven't covered the 8.5 at all this year. Only once in their last 10. Yuck. Any alternative lines? Dallas. See, this is what I love about the WNBA and alternative lines. I can get this at minus 4.5 at minus 190. That's a no-brainer to me. So when I can get an alternative line by that dramatic and the odds aren't that bad for me, I will take this one. Oops. And we will do... So this is Wings minus 4.5. So Wings minus 4.5 at minus 190. That's what I'm doing. Okay, everybody. We got a bunch of picks up on the board. By the way, if any of you guys have missed any of our picks, don't worry. I will post all of them onto our website right after the show. So buttfumblesports.com. If you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, we put these up every day. So yesterday, we put them up after the show. That way you guys can peruse them at your own leisure. So go to our website. Again, that's buttfumblesports.com, everybody. And that way you guys can see all the picks we gave out today. I know we gave out a lot of picks. We always do. So that way you can check them all out. By the way, again, when we hit 14,000 likes, I'm going to give out another MLB game pick, and it's going to be a first run pick. It's going to be a run in the first inning pick. Jorge's parlay. Betts over half a hit. I like it. Garrett over 4.5 strikeouts. I like it. Arise 1.5 bases. I like it. Soler over half a hit. I like it. I think you're going to sweat Arise with over 1.5, but I do like the play. I do like it. Sabali over 11.5 rebounds. Let's look at it. Sabali over 11.5 rebounds. 11.5 does have the better implied probability. Pretty good ticket of late. No alternative line, though. I do like it. I do like it. And at home, it's been a really good play in the last 2 games. I'll throw this one up there as well. A bit caution behind it, but I do like it. So that'll be Sabali over 11.5 rebounds. I wish I could get it at 10.5, but I'll take it at the 11.5. There you go, everybody. Now we even have a WNBA player prop bet up there. When we get up to 14,000 likes, we'll give out another one of our MLB picks, unless you guys want that right away, and then, in which case, just hit that confetti. The live goal gets you a pick. Only a few minutes left of our show, everybody. Only a few minutes left. Get those celebrity shots in. If you have a celebrity shot that you want up on the big board, Jorge, Dante, Tito's Full Send, Top Dog, Candyman, LRK425, and Jeremy Todd 66, they have their celebrity shots on the big board. By the way, you get 2 celebrity shots every show. So if you only have one up there, you have another one you can throw up there. But get those celebrity shots in now. By the way, we share those on our website as well. So make sure you get those up on our big board. Who do I replace Arise with? It's not that I dislike Arise, just a little bit hesitant. I really like if you could get Diaz over half a strikeout. That might be a good one as well. By the way, there are plenty of plays to make with these walks allowed. These walks allowed. Those could be a parlay in and of themselves. By the way, one thing you'll hear me say is be careful about parlays. Be careful about parlays, because parlays are how Vegas builds casinos. So, if you're building a parlay, try to keep it to 3-4 legs. Don't try and go too crazy and go towards 7 or 8. The only times you'll hear me talk about that are during the NFL season, in which I do take 8 to 10 game parlays. But that's the only time. Vegas usually wins on parlays, not the public. So avoid the longer shot parlays. Be really smart. And if you are taking a 3-4 leg parlay, you may want to also put them out as individual bets. So if one of them misses, you still have the opportunity to cash on the individual bets as well. Because if you hit 5 out of 6 legs of a parlay, great, you get nothing. You hit 5 individual bets, that's where you cash. Hit that like button, guys. Let's get up to 14,000 likes. I'll give out another pick. Okay, Candyman, we'll throw that up on the big board as well. This is a UFC pick. Again, our UFC picks today, our UFC expert didn't get back to me. He might be doing some things. So we'll do courtesy of Candyman. And Candyman is throwing up a UFC pick, and that is going to be Arman. I'm gonna butcher this name. Arman Tisserone. Kenya. Brutal. I can't get it. Okay, by KO or TKO. There you go. Top Dog, do we like Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run today? Not as much as I have the past few days. I've taken Shohei Ohtani the last few days. I don't like him as much today. Not as popular a play for me today. So, wouldn't touch that one. By the way, clearly some people like that. Arman Tisserone. KO-TKO. Oh, me trying to pronounce names, man. Which stolen base prop has the best implied probability? Probably either Corbin Carroll, Wander Franco, or Turner. Those 3. And you guys were just asking about... There's one more you guys were asking about. I missed on that one. Wings, -4.5. First half is looking good. They might control this whole game. Might be a good alternative to 1.5. I can't get the half, so just a good note. Candyman, if you guys are into the WNBA, keep track of Candyman in the comment section. Does a really good job giving us some really good notes. Oh, we were Shohei Ohtani. That's what it was. Shohei Ohtani. So, to hit a home run, 29% implied probability here. Wow. See, the thing is, Mayers has actually pitched okay. I know he's an opener. Against right-handed pitching this year, Ohtani 16. I got to go with it. Let's look at the weather in that game. The weather suggests home runs are not going to be a popular play, but runs are. Not going to take the home run, but let's look at, can I get over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Ohtani? No, it's 2.5. By the way, and the 2.5 has a good implied probability. That's crazy. That's a really good... I can't believe I'm saying it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take Shohei Ohtani over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. It's a good implied probability and a good trend. Shohei Ohtani. Oh, man. The whip. The whip. That's an interesting... Okay. 2.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. You don't usually see me take that, but I will with Ohtani. Top dog. Mayer's whip is 1.64, ERA 5. I don't know where the ERA 5 is coming from. His ERA is right now 2.46, but a very high whip. But I can't take him on 1.5 hits, walks rather, because he's not going to be in the game that long. So I'm not going to give that out. But 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Ohtani. What about total bases? 1.5? Yes. Doubling down on Ohtani, taking 1.5 bases as well. We cashed on this yesterday as he hit a double. So, a lot of you guys like Ohtani to homer today. Maybe I'm wrong for leaving him off my big board. I will put him up here. I'll put him up here. Shohei Ohtani. I'm not feeling as good about it, but you guys are talking me into it. We only have a minute left of our show. Would Yelich, Franco over half a stolen base? I would do one of them. You don't need to put those together. You don't need to combine them. You can take them individually. They have a good payout. Drew7382, thank you so much for the turkey. Guys, if you have any of your celebrity picks, get them in right now. We're running out of show. Only a minute left. If you have celebrity shots, get them up on the board. Oh, it's already combined. Jorge, then I like it. Yes, if it's already combined, I like it. Those prize picks confuse me because I'm not in California. Oh, the likes are pouring in. The WNBA is underway. Let's go. Everybody, welcome in. We have just a minute left. Get your picks in. I'm going to throw out a bunch of picks right now. Since we got up to those likes, I'll throw in a bunch of them right now. Yes, I wish we had gotten more confetti today. Hopefully you guys are feeling a little bit better about us and hook us up in future shows. Anyways, if this game plays, I do like Yankees, Red Sox. Yes to a run in the first inning. I also like Giants, Dodgers. Yes to a run in the first inning. Here's another one. I also like Guardians, Diamondbacks. Yes to a run in the first inning. So I just threw out 3 first-run plays. 3 first-run plays. By the way, Top Dog just wrote on YouTube, just want to say thanks, Butt Fumble, day in, day out, for showing up. Man, you guys, I am so appreciative of you guys supporting the show, you guys being such big fans of my content and what we do here at Butt Fumble Sports. I'm live every single day. Butt Fumble Sports is live every single day. We're committed, we come on, we try to give you guys good information, help you guys out with your picks. So Butt Fumble Sports is live every single day, and we will be live again tomorrow at 11 a.m., everybody. Butt Fumble Sports is live tomorrow morning, June 17th at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. we're going to be live. 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Again, I'll write that in the chat. Sunday, June 18th, we are live at 11 a.m. EST. So for all of those who love watching the show, for all of those who like getting their questions in, getting their takes shared with the group, as well as those who like getting their celebrity shots up on our big board, we are live tomorrow, Sunday, June 18th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, an early show because we have early baseball, and I always want to hook you guys up with some good MLB plays before the slate gets going. Again, if you missed any part of our show, you can go over to our YouTube channel, Fumble Sports. The entire show will be posted on YouTube, so you can watch the entire show. If you missed any of our research, if you missed any of our picks, you can go to our YouTube channel, watch the entire thing. Additionally, I will post all the picks on our website in the next 5 minutes. So go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. That's buttfumblesports.com. Hit the blogs. I will post that within the next 5 minutes so you can see all the picks that we've given out today. You guys are awesome. I want to give a big shout out to all those behind the scenes here at Fumble Sports. I couldn't do it without you. We are so grateful for the support of this audience. As you hear me say at the end of every show, I hope you stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have the best possible afternoon and evening, and I hope you cash a ton of tickets tonight. Once again, we will be live on TikTok Live, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. on Sunday, June 18th. That's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can't wait to see you guys all again for another 2-hour show tomorrow. But until then, have a great day, everyone.